The Overture to William Tell is really entertaining. This is a Walter Lantz Productions cartoon as part of their musical miniature series. This was released in 1947. It's directed by Dick Lundy and written by Ben Hardaway and Milt Schaffer, with voice cast including Harry Stanton. And this one features Wally Walrus, who is conducting the orchestra, and they're building up to playing the William Tell Overture. And things do not go according to plan. We have some of the musicians are sleeping, things get very wet at one point, and other things keep going wrong, and it's a disaster in the most fun and interesting way possible. It was a little slow to begin with. It started off really strongly for about 20 seconds, and then for maybe 2 minutes of the 7-minute cartoon, it did feel a little slow. It felt like things were not moving at a really satisfying pace, but after about the 2-minute mark, things really began to pick up, and it just got better and better as it went along. The concept is pretty classic. There are many, many classic cartoons where there is an orchestra that isn't performing the way it should be. There's a reason why there are many like this, because it works very well. The pacing, not so great, but the narrative in general is very good. We have a whole cast of different characters. There are so many different animals playing so many different instruments. There's a lot of variety, and it's very well animated as well. Even when the narrative maybe wasn't moving as quickly as I would have liked, visually it was still an absolute delight, and I really enjoyed that. The music, of course, is very pleasing, and in general, this really ticks all of the boxes. It's a very straightforward concept, very well executed after about the 2-minute mark. I laughed out loud at one point. I will tell you with a spoiler warning in a moment the bit that I found to be particularly funny, and it's because of the sound effect. So the sound effects as well are very effective. I liked it. It may not be perfect, but that being said, the Overture to William Tell is a pretty decent musical miniatures cartoon, and if it sounds like your kind of thing, then I'd say it's worth checking out. With a spoiler warning now, I will mention the bit that I enjoyed the most. And I can't remember the animal, but the animal was playing a brass instrument, and they lost control of the instrument, and it basically plonked onto a horse's nose. And of course, the horse came in at the perfect time for the William Tell Overture. I'm pretty sure by this point it was associated with the Lone Ranger and therefore horses. Correct me if I'm wrong about that. The dates might not completely add up, but either way, I thought it was perfect timing, and the sound effect of the instrument just kind of suctioning itself onto the horse's face was pretty fabulous. So all things considered, it's not a bad cartoon.